And we see a Wraith. All right, we'll turn the music off right away. We won't like wait for it to like happen naturally. But we are in the game with a Wraith. Wraith with a lot of buffs recently. That could make him exciting to play as protect this pallet. Eli gonna go around the side of it. Should be able to get this pallet dropped on him though. Good movement there from Dead Player to drop that pallet. And Eli going through the shack. Maybe not, maybe he is. Yes, he is. All right, gonna go ahead and ring the bell, go back to silent. So you do, for those of you who haven't played in a long time, the movement speed for Wraith has increased significantly when you're cloaked. Once you uncloak, you move so slow, but then your speed boost lasts after you uncloak for such a long time. So the changes to him are really good, but I'm curious to see how it's going to go in a setting like this, because it's so dependent on, you know, the element of surprise, which is super difficult with communication, but his changes are great as well. Don't know his perks. We can hear whispers going off though, so we do know he's running whispers. The other perks we are not sure of just yet. But one might be shown here in a moment or two. Good movement there. Chef Eli is able to get a hit off on a True King Max. Drop that pallet, end up on the wrong side. Good mind game from Eli. A pallet dropped in his face as well by Dead Player. And now if you're Chef Eli, you've got to think to yourself, this is the side of the map that you want to protect now. Because all these pallets have kind of gone down. That if Chef Eli can protect this side of the map and create a 3-gen situation on the side of the map, then he might not be in such a terrible spot. The problem is that generators are already being completed and his team's already down points. Autistic Gaming gets that first one, so they'll get 2 points. They're up from 18 to 6 now. Keep in mind, actually they can't create a 3-gen situation because if 3 generators get completed, the best that Skillet can do is tie. Good hit there by Eli on a Dead Player. But Eli needs to protect and ensure that only 3 generators at the most get completed. Good body block on the window there from Eli. This pallet should go down there pretty quickly, and it will. Kicked right away. But again, so many pallets being dropped so early that that's the side of the map you want to protect. I'm not saying give up a generator, of course, but if there's a generator that's going to get completed, you want to make sure it's on this side, not over there. Speed boost comes out. Maybe can catch up and hit. Claudette will. So Tuzik does take a hit for the first time in this match before heading back in this direction. Chef Eli on the chase again with Tuzik. We'll drop this pallet. We'll break this pallet and continue the chase to an extent. We find some scratches. We hear some Claudette moans. Not sure where they're at. Just going to get in this window and body block it again. Try to body block this pallet. Won't be able to. It'll go down and it'll get broken right away. That's going to go up to 20 now for the points for Autistic Gaming. 20 to 6. They can afford to let one more generator go before it is going to be insurmountable. Chef Eli on the chase. We'll be able to get a drop down hit on a True King Max here. All survivors working on these generators super quickly, knowing their win condition. Obviously, just one more gets completed. The worst they can do is tie. Trying to body block the pallet. It's a good movement there, but Nia also recognizing that's what's happening and is going to go ahead in a different direction. This pallet will go down at some point in time. The generator will go down. He will kick this pallet. And it is now 22 points for Autistic Gaming. It has got to be a perfect game from here on out for the Skillet to go ahead and try to tie. And that looks super unlikely considering there hasn't been a single hook just yet. Nia still biding her time, trying to run away. Will the hit come through? It looks like it might. Another survivor coming in to try to get a body block going on, but it's not going to work there. This True King Max does end up going down. The hook looks like it also will come through. Dead Player, Belkastans, and Tuzik all up, all healthy. Can't find a hook. It's actually hiding behind this wall here. The hook will go through. Eli, that's it. So that generator does pop. So there's only one generator left alive. They're left unfinished, which means that, again, it is mathematically impossible now for the Skillet to come back and win this one, as it is currently 24 to 6. 24 to 7, excuse me. I've got to update the point for the Skillet. Going to go ahead and camp this hook a bit. Will decloak right in front of him. The unhook does not come just yet. Going to ring the bell, and he just went invisible at a terrible time. He needs to continue. He just needs to go on invisible. I don't understand why he stays invisible here. The survivor should just come on hook. I know, obviously, borrowed time will not activate because there is no heartbeat. There's no tower radius. But at the exact same time, the survivors might just say, sure, go ahead. You can have True King Max. We'll go finish the last generator and get out. Again, at this point in time, it doesn't necessarily matter points-wise. But as Autistic Gaming knows, they've got to run the score up. It came down to a tiebreaker with them yesterday. So maybe that's the plan for Chef Eli, is just to try to get as many points as possible. About to hit phase 2 is True King Max. Our last generator does get completed. So True King Max does go into phase 2. It's going to bump our points up to 8 for the Skillet.